All right, what's up, you guys? I think I have fixed the audio. As you guys are tuning into this now new live Q&A stream, just let me know that you guys can hear me okay in the comments below, and then we will obviously, I'm just going to go dive into it as if you guys can hear me. Anyway, I love coming here on Wednesdays, hanging out with you guys, and providing any clarification that you guys do need here for your journey moving forward. So as we rock and roll on these Wednesday live Q&As, you know the drill. As you're tuning in, comment, say, hey, what's up in the comment area so I can see who's here. And I can put names to the community that we have inside of WarriorBabe and outside of WarriorBabe. Yay, awesome, you guys can hear me. Technology, yeah, gotta love it. Anyway, so you guys know for the past couple of months that I have been doing live streams I'm combining this live Q&A with my Facebook followers. What's up, you guys? And the Warrior Babes that are inside of my Facebook community. So if you are not yet a Warrior Babe, you will see how I rock and roll with these Q&As that are done inside the community or shared inside the community. Even though you're a follower, you can see how I communicate with the Warrior Babes. You can see the questions that they're having along their journey and how I'm helping them on these Q&As. But also as well, I've opened this up obviously to all my Facebook followers. So if you guys have any questions for me, whether that be about WarriorBabe, about your journey, about nutrition, macros, about workouts, I'm happy. This is what I do every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is I come here and I hang out with you guys and I answer any questions that you all have. So I'm really excited to be here with you guys on this wonderful Wednesday. I hope that you guys, wherever you are in the United States, are safe and warm. I know that there's some madness going on with the weather, so my love goes out to you guys. I hope that you guys are safe and warm. But anyway, as you guys are tuning in, continue to say, hey, what's up from Atlanta? Nice. I know it's probably warm down there. And as you guys are tuning in, let me know who's here. If you guys are tuning in after this has been done live, then remember to do that hashtag replay in the comment area, and then my girl Kate, our community manager, comes back in and she answers anything that was left after this live Q&A was complete. I'm all about support. That's one thing that you will hear from all the Warrior Babes that are inside of my program, or not, by being here on these Q&As. My girl Kate will come back here and answer any questions that were left after this live was complete. Q&A in just a couple of seconds. So if you guys have any questions that you have for me pertaining to nutrition, to macros, to workouts, any way that I can help you in your journey moving forward, provide you clarification. Now remember, there's no silly or stupid question. I'm here to provide clarification on whatever it is that you need. Now, I'm happy to provide tough love too as well. I am here to not be your friend. I'm here to be your coach, to help coach you women along your journey. So please feel free to start kicking off the live Q&A with any questions that you guys do have in the comment area there. We'll kick it off in just a couple of seconds. But one thing that I do want to say is a huge, huge, huge welcome to all of the new Warrior Babes. And join our program on a daily basis. We are getting 140 plus bookings. We're getting well over 200 applications for our program. We're getting 140 plus bookings on our team's calendars to chat with them to be able to see if our program is a good fit. So, and then from there we filter in babes that do sign up and join our program, which is so cool because it keeps growing and growing and growing. And it's amazing to see the lives that are being affected right now in such a positive manner with being inside of Warrior Babe. So welcome to all the new babes who have joined us this past week, this past month. It's so freaking cool to see you guys inside the programs. Keep in mind that if you are inside my Blueprint program, we kick off a live Q&A in about 50 minutes where I'm able to actually talk back and forth with you. So it's not just like a comment and I'm trying to understand the question without speaking to you directly. Inside the Blueprint, it's a Q&A webinar and I'm able to speak back and forth with you and help you with any questions that you have via the program and or the journey that you're embarking on with WarriorBabe. So keep that in mind. We kick that off in 50 minutes at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So any questions that you have that may be pertaining to this Q&A here, pop in on that blueprint so that you can get serious clarification with me if needed. Okay? All right, cool. So let's kick it off, you guys. Let's dive into this Q&A. If you guys have questions, the way we operate it is you're dropping the questions in the chat box, and I'm gonna go just in order as they are all coming through. And I just realized I didn't say hello to you guys. What's up, Lydia? What's up, Nicole? Ellen, yep, from Atlanta. Michelle, Yana, what's up, babe? What's up, Trudy? Ooh, Nicole, cold in Illinois. Ooh, I bet. I mean, I was one to complain about PA weather, but I don't know that I can complain right now because everybody's feeling it. Hampton Roads, Virginia, so cold. Yeah. Wisconsin, awesome. A lot of Wisconsin, 2 of them. All right, cool. What's up, Michelle? All right, awesome. So I do see some questions firing in, so let's kick it off. And remember, you guys, if you guys are Facebook followers and you guys are listening to, then we're sharing this inside the WarriorBabe community as well. So I'm answering any questions that my WarriorBabes have for me. So you may hear and see some lingo in terms of my language and my verbiage that I use inside of our programs. If you guys want to learn more about WarriorBabe, you can check out WarriorBabe.com. You can check out the programs at the top, the blueprint, and the VIP. And you can watch the reviews of all of the women that are inside the programs to learn a little bit more about them. All right? Okay, cool. So let's kick it off. We got Maria first. Is it possible to cut fat and build muscle at the same time? Or does it need to be separate build and cut phase? Okay, so this is a good question. While you are in a deficit and you're cutting, right? You're in a caloric deficit, you're technically cutting, you're losing body fat, you're getting more toned, more shapely. You will put on a little bit of muscle in that, but more often what's happening is you have muscle mass underneath of your body fat. So when you're decreasing it, it's an illusion happening. It looks like your muscles are getting bigger, but really it's just the density is showing a little bit more. So yes, you can put on a little bit of muscle, but more it's the illusion process that's happening with you decreasing body fat and more of the muscle showing in the cut or in the deficit. But the main thing that's going to happen when you're in a maintaining or a build phase is that's where your best time spent with putting on muscle. If you are somebody who wants to build muscle, which guys is what gets you toned, okay, muscle is tone. And if you're somebody who needs to put on or wants to put on a significant amount of muscle, then eating in a caloric surplus, which is more so in the build, that's where you're going to put the time spent in building muscle. So yes, you can in a cut, but you're not putting on as much as you could possibly put on while you're in a caloric surplus. I mean, muscle is an active tissue. Muscle uses food, it uses energy to be built. And that's not gonna come unless you're in a surplus and you're eating the energy, the food that's necessary to build that muscle, to build that active lean tissue. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. Brooke, can you get big shoulders without using PEDs? Absolutely, yes. I mean, I'm natural. I'm 100% natural. You guys see my shoulders. I have used no steroids or no drugs in my entire process. What it comes down to is just hard work. And what it really comes down to is consistency. And I shared this quote with my community last night. And I said that the work that you guys put in right now, the work right now that's being done on a daily basis will compound effect in 6 to 8 months. And that's where the real results show. There's so many women that are so roped up, and even to the point of tears, that I've heard and seen even from my groups, that they want to see results in like 2 days. That's not going to happen. And I hate it doesn't sound sexy. It's just the brutal, honest truth. It takes time. Building muscle takes time. Changing your body composition takes time. It takes different phases to go through. It takes, decreasing the body fat to put yourself in a pretty lean state and then to build lean muscle tissue from there. And everybody's journey is completely different. So to answer your question, yes. And what it comes down to is it just comes down to consistency, to eating, to putting in the work, to workouts, to progressive overloading, to getting stronger. And if you can do that now, your real results you're going to show in 6 to 8 months. Okay? But you got to understand, like, you're probably not going to see the results that you truly want until like 6 to 8. Guys, the second that you guys can accept the fact that your journey is going to take that long, that your journey may take 6 to 8 to 12 to 18 months, is when your journey gets so much easier and so much more enjoyable. Rather than looking at like a week to week and you're like, oh my God, things aren't moving. Oh my God, I don't see any change in weight or measurements or photos or all this. Like, you're just constantly beating yourself up and tearing yourself down on a weekly basis. You got to remember, and why it's so important, why I stress this, is take your photos. Your photos in a body recomposition journey is going to be the telltale sign of your success. Not the weight, not the measurements, body fat, yes, but your pictures and how you feel are the most important part of your journey. Okay? And then you take them now, and then you take them every week if you want to, or maybe every month to help you if you're that type of personality and mindset that needs just every month. But regardless, take the fucking photos. Take the photos, whether you like it or not, whether you're like, oh my God, Nikki, I'm cringing of even seeing my body in a photo. That's the reason why you're getting started on this journey. That's the reason why you're embarking on getting things set up appropriately and putting your all and time and effort into working out and tracking food. Okay, so take them. And then when you do take them, you take them a month later, and you take them 2 months later, you take them 3 months later, and you get to that 6-month mark, and you put them side by side. And I tell you, I've seen this with hundreds of women. They're probably the same exact weight. They're probably, measurements move just a tad bit, but the photos are drastically different. Okay? That's a 6-month mark. That's an 8-month mark. That's what's going to be the real result, the true results. So yeah, the first 6 months are going to feel like, oh my God, I feel like if you are somebody who wants instant short-term results or short-term success, you got to reframe your mindset. You got to get yourself out of that mindset, and you got to plug into understanding this is a long game. The entire journey of building and rechanging your body composition is a long game. And accept the fact that it may take time. You guys be consistent, put in the work, and it all will compound effect. Trust me. Trust me now, believe me later. All right? Now I know I went a little off with that answer, but you don't need to be fake. You don't need to take drugs. You don't need tons and tons of supplements. You don't need fat burners. You don't need the fucking butter coffee. You don't need all this shit. All you need is tracking, being aware of your tracking. And a lot of women don't even like to admit that they're not okay, not good with tracking. You got to be good with tracking and understand with what you're putting into your body. Be consistent, work out, and that's the key to your results. Okay? All right, Trudy. Hey, Nikki, 51-year-old endomorph. I am lifting heavy 3 times a week, mornings. Is it beneficial or not to cycle on my spin bike 30 minutes twice a day, 3 times a week? Once in AM, once in PM. Will I see my results faster? Thank you. No, you do not want to do added cardio or extra cardio, or again, the mentality of results faster. You guys, doing too much can stunt your metabolism, can get your body to conserve calories because you're doing too much and maybe you're not eating enough. You could be overtraining, which is just another avenue of your body being stressed out. No, you don't need to add anything extra. If you, again, are being true and honest with your tracking, if you are being consistent and you are doing what you're supposed to be doing with your workouts and prescribed cardio, then you will get to where you want to be, okay? Except that your journey, again, may take time. Uh, Micaiah, I think I'm saying that right. If you are hungry on a cutting macro, do you need more calories? It depends. I get this asked a lot. And I'll talk about two scenarios. So if you're hungry, but to the point where like it's just you feel the hunger cues, you feel it, it is completely normal and okay to be hungry in a deficit. It's just the natural human processes. It's okay to be hungry while you're decreasing body fat and you're losing some fat. That's the case scenario. That means your metabolism is working. That's one case scenario. It means your metabolism is working. It's revving, it's speeding up, it's doing its job. But then we're talking about like case two scenario. If you're like ravenous, like you just finished a meal and within 5 minutes you're like, oh my God, I'm starving. And then you want to bite your hand off and you're irritated and you're getting the littlest things are just throwing you off course because like you're cranky, right? And it's not just not like a hormonal woman thing. Like really channel into that cue, okay? If that's really true, then that may mean that you do need some more food. And primarily, it's probably your protein. Protein is a macronutrient that a lot of women don't eat, aren't aware of how it is the macronutrient king. But its main job is not only to build muscle and to recover, but it's to keep you satiated. It's to keep you full. It curbs cravings. It is the macronutrient god, as I say in like all of my programs. So you may need a little bit of more protein. And you can justify your protein gram anywhere from like 0.8 times your body weight up to 1.2 times your body weight. So you can be in that. So double check that. Like if you have room to go up to 1.1 or 1.2, get yourself more protein. It will make the world of a difference with your hunger cues. All right. What's up, Ruth? What's up, Christy? What's up, Michelle? Hello. Hello. Wow, we're really firing off here. I'm really behind. Holy moly. All right. Melissa, I work out first thing in the morning and don't eat. Is that hurting my muscle gains? Yes. Yes, my friend. You do not want to lift fasted. Your muscles need energy in order to grow. There's so many things, and if you go to the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, WarriorBabe, and you look at the past rally calls that I've done with my WarriorBabe community, there's specifically one rally call where I talk about the 3 reasons why not to lift fasted. You don't want to do it. It's totally not beneficial to the gains that you want to put in with muscle. Muscle needs food, like I said at the beginning of this Q&A. Mitochondria, the powerhouses inside of your muscles that stimulate fat burn, they need food in order for the whole metabolic, everything inside to happen. Muscle is an active tissue. It needs fuel. You need to be able to have something to eat pre-workout, post-workout. And I could really dive into this. I mean, if you're lifting fasted, you're raising cortisol levels for hormone with females. Like cortisol levels are already naturally high with us. You don't want to raise that anymore. Cortisol is a serious hormone that just stores extra body fat. So literally you could be counterproductive in what you're doing if you're lifting in a fasted state. You need to fuel your body. And trust me, I have broken this belief with thousands of women. And immediately when they start having pre-workout meals, they're like, oh my God, Nikki, I don't know how I went this long without eating before I worked out. They have more energy, they have more stamina, they're lifting stronger, which is the key to building more muscle. Okay, so yes, it's hurting your gains. So now I'm probably gonna get, okay, what's a good meal to have beforehand? Rice cakes, some egg whites, rice cakes, jelly, and a protein shake, fruit, anything that's immediately fast acting, a simple carbohydrate is a really good thing if you're an early morning person and you need something within the first 30 minutes before you go and work out. Now, another thing that I can guarantee women are going to say is like, oh my God, I feel so sick when I have this meal. Yeah, because your body for months or years, however you've been lifting fasted, is so used to not having a meal. So of course it's going to be a little window where your body's getting used to this, But trust me, once it gets adapted, again, you're probably gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been lifting faster for this long. All right, Yana, wow, look at how many viewers. Yay! Yep, we are growing. We are growing. So cool. Yana, I can firsthand agree with this. The photos are for sure. I've been working out for years and just realized that makes a huge difference. I was discouraged until I put them side by side. Game changer. Your photos, I get it. You hate it. You don't want to see your body. You're cringing. You're like, how do I even take a selfie? Right? But I promise you, they will be the game changer for your journey. Another Yana, I'm at the same weight, but I have muscle where it was none before. Yes. Sydney, yikes, I was going to watch you, but I turned up the volume and the F-bomb came out as my daughter sits next to me. Got to turn this off. Let me know when you don't use the language and I'll tune it again. Sorry, guys, that's just me. That is me. Okay, I'm very passionate about what I do. And unfortunately, people don't like it. But you know what? What I've realized along my entire journey and 1,000 women that I've helped is that I can be a life changer to so many women, but some people are not going to like my vibe and they're not going to like who I am. So I apologize, but that's just me. And I really shouldn't be apologizing for me, but that's just who I am. Ashley, should you be putting carbs and protein before your workouts or just carbs? I've never been good about pre-post workout nutrition. I'm trying to make sure I get the right things in around my workouts. Right now, I've been trying to hit around 25 carbs and protein immediately before and after my workouts. Yeah, you want to put both carbs and protein pre-workout and post-workout. So it's as easy, you guys, if you want to just like easy, simple things, it's like a protein shake pre and post. Now, I only recommend if you're going to have 2 protein shakes a day, that be your max at artificial protein sources. But you can even do some egg whites pre with some rice cakes. But you definitely, to answer that question, want protein and carbohydrates pre and post. You're awesome. Butter coffee. Yeah, I don't, there's just too much stuff out there. Really, guys, the secret is consistency, tracking, and working out, movement, sleep, water. That's going to get you to your results. Yeah, yes, that's how I feel 5 minutes after I eat. It's like I didn't eat. Yeah, okay, so then up the protein, for sure. Up the protein. How much is too much protein? And can it slow your progress if you go over? That's a great question, Yana. So too much protein, again, is like you're in the window of 0.8 times your body weight to 1.2. Some people can go up above 1.2, but the main thing that you want to pay attention to if you're eating too much protein is how is your body digesting it? If you're feeling like extremely bloated after a day of having, an increased amount of protein, that's the variable you can trigger it to be, then your body may not be digesting it appropriately. Now, another common thing that I've heard women say is like, what about kidneys and can it filtrate out properly? And is too much protein like detrimental to the organs inside of our body? And if you guys are doing strength training, if you are in the world of weights, CrossFit, whatever, what have you, your body is filtrating that protein fast. It's filtrating it fast. So if you feel the bloat, that may mean that you need to bring it down into that arena. And again, it's very case sensitive. It's different for everybody, but that's just something to keep in mind. And another thing too is if you're eating too much protein, it can actually do the reverse. It can start storing as body fat. If you're eating too much. So that's another tip as well. So make sure what is a really good rule of thumb to start at is just body weight. Your body weight and protein. See how your body does. If you're feeling like you're bloated, and that's the variable you can trigger it to be. There's so many things that cause bloating, but you can trigger it to that variable if it's something new. Then bring it on down like 5 or 10 grams. Bring it on down to like 0.8. Because really what's most important is that you're at least getting protein that meets your lean muscle mass. And your lean muscle mass is not your body weight. It's way more less than that. Even if I lift light, you cannot fast. I don't recommend fasting at all. I don't recommend it whatsoever if you're a female, and if you're trying to change your body composition and build muscle, even get toned, like same thing. Like building muscle and getting toned is the same thing. I don't recommend fasting whatsoever. It's just another silly fucking thing out there. All right. Cheryl, what's up, babe? Yana, I have really like Premier Protein cereal, half cup with almond milk, unsweetened. It helps before workout. Yes, cereal is bomb. And then you just mix up a protein shake and then pour it in like that's your milk with some water or with some almond milk. Pretty sure that's what Yana probably does. And I know I've shared that too before. It's so freaking good. You can have cereal before you work out. It's a great pre-workout. Now, obviously, when I talk about more sugary foods, I also tell my communities all in balance. All in balance. Make sure you're still getting whole foods, complex carbs, oatmeal, sweet potatoes, chicken. You're getting your veggies in there. But this is why it's a huge lifestyle to me. It's not, I'm going to go on this diet for the next 3 weeks and then, or 6 weeks, and then I'm eliminating myself with restricting myself to certain foods. It's all about balance. If you want cereal, if you want some Pop-Tarts, if you want some gummy bears, if you want something in your chocolate at night, fit it in, track it, pay attention, be aware of what you're giving your body. It's all about balance. You can reach your goals by doing that. Valerie, what's up, babe? Mary, don't apologize, just by you. Yeah, for sure. That's why exactly I said that. I'm not apologizing for being me. That is me. And again, I'm blunt, I'm loud, I'm obnoxious, I have fun, I'm real, I'm honest. I'm me. So if you don't like me, bye. Melanie, do you do supplement? Yes. So what I use is a protein powder, and I've recently switched to P Science vegan plant-based protein. For years I was doing whey, and I was like, okay, I just want to kind of see, what this whole hype about is. And I did notice a difference with my digestion for sure. So that is, I'm very, very, what is the word? I barely changed what I use. So I've been using like the same supplements for the entire journey that I've been on. I use protein, and I use sometimes a super carb, which is a fast acting carbohydrate. But I recently have eliminated that and have gone to whole foods like fruit for pre or post workout. Usually a super carb is done after a workout. So really the only supplements that I use is protein. That's it. Literally, you guys, it's just putting in like hard work, and it's just consistency, and it's just giving it time. Yana, sometimes I'm starving when I've hit my macros. I'm trying to drop the fluff, so if I am hangry, I'll have more protein to satisfy me. Only when I'm starving, is that okay? Or should I ride it out? Well, again, there's a couple variables that probably could come into play, Yana. Like, again, one thing that I always go to, too, and probably should have mentioned this earlier, I forgot about the cheat meal and the refeed. Like, are you implementing that on a daily basis? Because that cheat meal and a refeed is going to bring you up into caloric surplus, satiate you, hold you for a couple of days. And when I say cheat meal, I mean like really cheat. Like, have a burger, have fries, like treat yourself. You don't want to eat. This is what women think. When they have a cheat meal, they just eat a little bit more of what they're already eating. And that's not what you want to do. You want to make sure you're going up into a surplus on the days you have a treat, a cheat, whatever you want to call it, or a refeed day. I personally right now really, really love either, along my journey though, I've done cheat meals to start. I've done refeeds. I love refeeds, but I'm kind of in the arena with my journey that I'm a lot of intuitive. I've been on this journey for 6 years, so I know how to kind of structure my day and be intuitive. But the one thing that I really enjoyed with cheat meal versus refeeds is a refeed. It's structured. You can fit stuff in. And cheat meals, a lot of women tend to be overzealous and tend to go overboard. And I mean like eat. This is the thing with the cheat meal, you guys. You want to eat until you're comfortably full. You don't want to go over the deep end, okay? So make sure you are implementing them because they are so freaking important and they will help with the level of hunger that you may be experiencing throughout the week. Plus, it's a really good thing for your muscles to have a spike in that surplus to help with glycogen levels, to help with recovery, to help with building. Everything with that, what the cheat meal does, so freaking important. So that, make sure you're getting that in. That will help with hunger. But then if with the protein, to answer your question, if you're going to increase your protein, increase it like set it. Don't just have it like, oh my God, I'm starving this day, I'm going to have an extra amount of protein, then go back to your normal protein tomorrow. Increase it, stay there, see how you're doing, don't adjust it, have it consistently across the board on a daily basis. Yes, I love that you're a whole food chick. Seriously, yes. Saba, can you please give some tips on energy foods in the morning? Thank you. I mean, energy, like I had said, it's like you can do fruit, you can do rice cakes, you can do like egg whites and tortilla on like a white tortilla. That's a simple carbohydrate. I mean, we're talking about energy foods. It's going to be simple carbs. It's going to be some of those things that I just recommended. But if like you need energy, it's also like getting hype and being excited that you're about to go do your workout. All right, Trudy, Nikki, do you use food enzymes at all? And what is your thoughts on them? I don't use any food enzymes, but I do recommend super enzymes. If people have a hard time digesting food, super enzymes by the brand Now are a really good enzyme to use. I don't personally use them. I used to, but I don't anymore. You don't need to, it's not, I should say this. It's like, if you feel like you need them, give them a whirl, but you shouldn't be sticking to them on a consistent basis. It should just be like, okay, I'm going to use them and then give it like 3 weeks and then stop using them and see how your body's adapting. I'm really big on like going to the source and figuring out the trigger as to why you need the supplements or why you need the enzymes and all that jazz. Whatever's happening can probably be fixed at a nutritional level before going and needing any supplements. It's hard for me to hit my macros, so I haven't lost any weight in about 2 months, but losing inches, is that okay? Yeah, I'm really, like, there's a huge difference. I just had this entire communication call with my VIP group. There's a huge difference with weight loss and fat loss. And a lot of the terminology is weight loss, but when you're just losing weight, you're losing everything. Like, you're losing muscle, you're losing fat, you're losing fluids, you're losing everything with muscle. And if you just focus on weight loss by watching that scale go down, you're missing the bigger picture. You could become a skinnier, fatter version of yourself by just focusing on weight loss. Fat loss is preserving that muscle that you have on your body while you're decreasing body fat. Okay, there's a massive difference. The body fat, the fat loss, that's when it's going to give you that toned look that you want. So if you're decreasing measurements, if your body fat's going down, your photos look different, and your weight's the same, that's great. It means your body is holding on to the dense lean muscle that you've got. And that's okay. But the main thing is, you guys, is that hitting macros, tracking is really important. It's a game changer, especially if you're somebody who wants to tone in shape. If you're somebody who wants to be leaner, to show more definition. Tracking is the way you're going to get there, and being aware of what protein, fats, and carbs you are eating. Okay, it's not just about being on a caloric intake and you have to hit that specific caloric intake, making up whatever protein, fats, and macros. I mean, they all do something differently in your body. So you want to make sure you are paying attention to that. And an easy thing is, if you are new to tracking, first of all, it's a skill. Okay, it's just like riding a bike. It's going to take time. You're not going to learn it yesterday. You're not going to learn it in 5 days. It's going to take failure. You're going to mess up, but be a little bit easy with yourself. And also to track the night before. Sit in MyFitnessPal, whatever app that you use. This is an absolute game changer and something that I noticed a drastic change in women who are just learning macronutrients. Sit in MyFitnessPal the night before. Look at the MyFitnessPal log as Tetris. And know that you've got a game to play with these numbers. So you're gonna log all of your meals for the day, and it's even as simple as it's got a barcode scanner on it and you can go into your kitchen and just barcode scan everything that you're going to be eating and put it inside of your diary in MyFitnessPal. Okay, and then you've got your day set. If you have it set the night before, you've got your day set. That's awesome. You have no temptations the next day. You already know what you're going to hit, and it's right there in front of you. And then if you're new to tracking and you're like, oh my God, I gotta do this again the next day, copy the entire day. Eat the same thing for 5 days to 7 days, even maybe for 2 weeks, just until you get the whole concept down. Okay? Game changer. Absolute game changer, you guys, if you do that. All right. Sounds like you losing body fat and gaining muscle. I think she's replying something else. Okay, you guys. So one last question. Do you offer a program that helps with learning your right macros and how you track them? Yes. That is all I do. That is all our team does. We have the Blueprint program, and then we have the VIP program. The Blueprint program is more education-based. So you're learning everything. You're in control of your body. We offer support Q&As 4 times a week in that community where I'm able to actually talk back and forth with you. We have my team of coaches involved as well. And then we got the VIP, where VIP is more one-on-one coaching. So you have a coach that does everything for you. They do their programming, they do your macros, they do your workouts. You meet with them on a monthly basis, one time. You have check-ins on a weekly basis that are via like a whole specific workflow that we have. You're working with them more hands-on. Okay, so those are our 2 main programs that we have. They are bomb. You can check them out on WarriorBabe.com. You can see the reviews that we've got of all the women that are inside, and you can chat with our team to see what best program may work for you. Okay? All right, cool. I'm gonna tune out because I gotta get on to one of those Q&As with the Blueprint program in 15 minutes. So I'm gonna take the time. I'm going to tune out here tonight with you guys. I appreciate you all. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I come here, I'm live with my Facebook followers, with the WarriorBabe community, and we're all here live streaming together, answering the questions that you have and providing you any help that I can for your journey moving forward. Okay? So set your alarms, be here every Wednesday, and I'll see you guys in 1 week. Bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe and stay warm.